Hi, my name is Sherry. Welcome to Naturalife Soap, or welcome back as the case may be. Today I'm doing something a little bit different. I'm not doing soap or a resin craft. I'm actually doing an eczema cream that I make. I have really bad eczema sometimes, and I couldn't find anything on the market that was really doing what I needed to do, so I created this recipe. If you happen to have eczema or know somebody who does, please feel free to use it, tweak it, and make it your own. So first of all, disclaimer. I'm not a doctor, nor am I an esthetician. I'm just a person that struggles with eczema, and I was looking for something to relieve the symptoms, so I created this recipe. I'm sharing it freely with anybody that might find it helpful. So I didn't trademark it. I'm not trying to protect it. Feel free to use it. This cream is not a medication, nor is it a replacement for medical advice or a doctor's prescription if you need one. I guarantee no specific outcome if you choose to use this recipe. All I can say is that for me, it provides some relief to the itching and dryness that come with an eczema flare, while I wait for that flare to end. Starting out in this bowl, I have 2 different types of shea butter along with some organic beeswax. I am going to list all the ingredients at the end, and so you'll be able to see them as part of the video, and I'm also going to put them in the description box below. I use 2 different types of shea butter, one refined, one unrefined, and that's just because I don't love the scent of unrefined shea butter. So by making half of it refined, it kind of tones down the scent. But feel free to use any kind of shea butter because all shea butter is great for your skin. So those 3 hard oils I'm melting over medium-low heat in a double boiler. Just don't want to get them too hot because I don't want to destroy any of the properties of the butter. And then after that's completely melted, I'm going to add in my liquid oils, which in this case happen to be avocado oil, which is really rich, and also olive oil. And I put my coconut oil in with the liquid oils because as soon as it gets warm, it becomes a liquid oil anyway. And you can see just stirring that up and getting all the hard oils and soft oils liquefied doesn't take very long, but make sure they're incorporated and stirred very well. So now I'm going to put in my next set of ingredients, and that's going to be arrowroot powder, honey, and aloe vera gel. Not juice, make sure it's the aloe vera gel. And I also put a little bit of tea tree oil in with that, and then I'm going to go ahead and stir that into the hot liquid oils. Now, obviously, that's real thick, and that's because the aloe vera gel was cool. It had come out of a refrigerator. So it's going to take me about 3 minutes to get them fully incorporated and emulsified by hand, but make sure that they are completely and thoroughly mixed together. So I apologize. I should have said this at the beginning of this video. Make sure to sterilize all of your equipment, all your bowls, spoons, everything. You want to use a 10% bleach solution. I just use a bucket with some water and bleach. And I dip everything in, swish it around really well, and then dry it with a clean paper towel. The reason for that is you are putting this cream sometimes on open skin or skin that's not intact, and you don't want to introduce bacteria by using things that aren't clean. So make sure everything is sterile. Also, I'm not using a preservative in this. You can though. There's some good ones out there. There's Germall Plus and there's Optifin. They can be bought from soap supply companies, and they're all skin safe. But I choose not to use one, so that's why I find it important to sterilize all my equipment. So after that was thoroughly incorporated, I put it in the freezer. And now I didn't freeze it solid, but it's pretty thick. So now I'm going to put that in a clean bowl. And you can see that the hard oils separated from the honey and aloe vera gel mixture. That's fine because now we're going to use either a stick blender or hand mixer to emulsify them again. I started off with a hand mixer, but I just didn't have enough butters in the bowl, so I'm going to switch over to a hand mixer. If you follow the recipe that I put at the end and use the exact amounts I used, you will fill a 4-ounce jar right to the top. But you can take it, of course, and either cut it in half and make a smaller amount, or if you want, you can, multiply the recipe and make a whole truckload if you want to. Okay, so I got frustrated with that stick blender and I brought out my hand mixer, and I'm gonna finish whipping this up, and then I'm gonna get it in the jar. So this is the final consistency. It's a little bit oily, and that's because we have a lot of oil and butter in here, and that's specifically to help keep your skin nourished while it's healing. But it's also very creamy, and once you put it on your skin, because of the arrowroot powder, you don't feel greasy. Now, caution, I'm getting ready to show you a before and after of a bad eczema flare I had on my arm before I used this cream. Here goes. Okay, yeah. This was kind of nasty looking, and it was miserable. It was flaking, it was dry, the skin had started to break. And this is 6 weeks later after using my doctor's prescription and also this cream on my skin. Again, everyone has different results, but that's what it did for me. So here it is, me using it. That's what it looks like. I love the consistency, and the unrefined shea butter gives it a really pretty color. I only use a tiny bit, doesn't take much because it has a lot of oils in it. And I use this little spoon. I get these spoons, probably like 500 of them from Amazon for a few bucks. They're real cheap, but that keeps me from putting my fingers into the jar. Because no matter how many times you wash your hands, they're never really clean. So I just use this very small amount. I'm gonna put that on my arms. There's my arms before. Okay, you see it doesn't take much. And I'm gonna spread that. And that little bit I use covers both forearms. Now I'm going to get about that much more, and that's going to do my hands. My hands are always really dry, but it's enough to completely do my hands. And again, my hands and arms now look very nourished, but they're not greasy because the arrowroot powder helps to seal the oil in and keep your skin from being oily. And there are the results of my eczema cream. Thanks so much for watching. I hope that I helped someone at least today, and please feel free again, like I said, to use the recipe or to share it with anyone that might need it. There are all my list of ingredients. Thanks so much for tuning in. Please leave a thumbs up or drop a comment if this is something that applies to you. And if not, maybe you'll check out another video. So thanks again for tuning into Naturalife Soap, and you have a great day.